This video is going to go over how to make friendship bracelets. Very simple, easy to make friendship bracelets. Now, the things you're going to need are a ruler, some embroidery thread, any kind works. And if you don't have that, if you don't have colors, you can certainly use anything that you can find. I am going to use embroidery thread for all of these. And then you're going to need a pair of scissors and possibly some tape to hold down your design, or a little clip. Okay, and let's talk through the three that we're going to do today. We're going to go through this is a twisted, very simple, easy to make bracelet. You're just twisting the threads together to create this look. Second one we're going to go through is how to do a braid, and you can do it with different colors and different threads. And then the last one we're going to do is the spiral staircase using different colors. It's just a single knot going all the way around. Okay, so we're going to go through these simple bracelets today. First off, you're going to start with some thread. Okay, and you're going to measure out 37 inches if you're only doing a single color. So let's get started on that. We're going to move this aside. Okay, so I've got this little ruler here that I love because it's travel size, and it's 3 inches, so I'm just going to count by threes. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut the thread off right here. Okay, so now I've got my green thread measured out to 27 inches. Okay, now if I was going to do 2 threads of the same color, then maybe I wouldn't cut it into 2 pieces, I would cut it into 1. So then I would cut it into 54 inches. Now, the sizes obviously are going to matter for your friendship bracelet depending on if you are doing this for a child or for an adult, but just to have the extra thread, I would go with 27 inches and 54, but you are certainly welcome to go with more or less depending on the size of the friendship bracelet that you are making. Okay. All right, so let's get to 54 here. Okay, so I believe this is 54. We're going to cut it here. Toss this aside, we don't need this anymore. Take this off my ruler here. Okay, so now I've got 27 inches of a single color, and I've got 54 inches that I'm going to be folding in half. So now we're just going to take our thread here, and this one I have doubled its length, so I'm going to be using it like this, and then this one I'm going to be using like this because I only cut one length of this. And then to start, you're just going to tie the strings that you have. Once you have the colors and the amount of strings that you have, you're just going to tie it into a knot like so. And pull that tight, and that's just going to be your starting off point. I like to leave a loop so that I can come back around, and once I'm done with it, then I can come back around and I can tie a knot on here, and that ends my friendship bracelet. You are certainly welcome to do a different method, but this is the method that I prefer. If you don't have this loop because you didn't use a double of one color, you can always make a loop with your strings and then tie a knot, leaving your loop here. And that would still give you the loop that you needed so that when you finish your bracelet, it comes around through this loop. Okay, so we're going to start with the spiral. Here I've got blues and then a yellow and a green spiraled together and then spiraled together. So I'm going to be doing the same thing today with these oranges and with these greens. So same method. Okay, So let's get our threads ready here. I've got my threads ready. I'm going to start by tying my knot. And again, I've left the loops at the top to make something so that I can come back around to it. Okay, now's the part when you're going to either want to clip this to something. So you're going to take your loop here and you're going to clip it to something. I usually like to clip it to my pants or something, but if I'm working on a table, then I will take a piece of tape and tape it down. If you don't have that, then you are certainly welcome to just kind of hang on to the loop while you're working. It's just a little bit harder to do. So we're going to be taping it today. I'm going to start with my separating my threads. So I'm going to separate my orange and my green here. Now to start, we're going to spiral these ones, and then we're going to spiral these, and then we're going to spiral them together. So I'm just going to take my two oranges that are the same. You can certainly do this with one. I just decided to go with two threads today, but you don't need to. So to do that, we are just going to start spinning our thread, twisting it to the right, but it doesn't matter which direction you go. So I'm spinning my thread to the right, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the dark orange here. I'm going to spin it to the right. If you spin it to the left, that's fine. You're just going to go the opposite way on this next step. So the next step, after we spin it to the right, is we are going to cross these and to the left. Okay, so they were twisted to the right, and now they're being twisted together, crossing the left. So twist the strings to the right and then together to the left, and that is how you do the twisted bracelet. So not too complicated. So we're just going to keep going down the length here. Okay, and then you can just let go. It shouldn't come undone. It should stay spiraled together. So that run is done, and now we're going to move over here to the green. All right, I've twisted them both to the right. Now I'm going to be twisting them together by they're getting twisted to the left. Again, if you twisted yours to the left, then twist them together going the right direction so that they still work. Either direction works just fine. But you always want to go the opposite. If you twisted your strings to the right, then you twist them together to the left. If you twisted your strings to the left, then you're going to do them the opposite to the right. Okay, once you've got the green side and the orange side done, we're going to take them now and we're going to twist them together. So just like we twisted the strings to the right, we twisted them together to the left. So this time we are going to twist them together, the two of them to the right again. So we're always going the opposite direction, right, left, right, okay? So now we're going to the right, so they got twisted to the left. Now we're going to the right. We're just going to twist them together by continuing to swap. You know, one goes over, one goes under, over, under, over, under. Okay, and you just go until you feel like you've reached a good length. Here I've got about, you know, one wrist size, so I'm going to end here. So I'm just going to tie it off in a knot. And there we go. We have finished our bracelets. Now, to put it on someone, you would just put your ends through the beginning loop, and you could tie it on. Now, if you wanted to make this adjustable, I'm going to suggest that you continue with this that we were doing here, and then tie each side into a knot. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to tape this back down, and I've already got the green started here. I'm just going to keep going with the green. And this is actually how I finish most all of my bracelets, because I like the idea of having it be removable and not permanent. If you wanted it to be permanent, obviously you just tie it on, but I like the idea of the two separate pieces at the end. So I do this for most all of my bracelets actually. Okay, so after I've done this for a length, I'm just going to tie it off. It doesn't need to be very long, just long enough. And then we're going to cut it off here. And I'm going to do the same thing to my orange. This bracelet is done, and I end most of my bracelets this way, not just the spiral ones. They come back around here to your loop. And now if you were to put them on, put this bracelet on, it's a little bit too long for me. I would just tighten it up like so. I guess it's going to be double. And then for these, I just wrap them around the loop, and that just helps it stay on. So I'm just tucking this one in, and I'm going to do the same thing with the green one. And if you wrap it around a few times, it just helps it to stay on longer. So you don't necessarily have to tie them into a knot. You can just fit them in here. But that's how I use the ends. And all right, there you have it. There's our, we're going to call it our twisted pumpkin bracelet. Alright, now we're going to move on to the braid. Now if you already know how to braid, then this one's going to be really simple for you. We're going to do the same thing by cutting our strings to 27 inches if we're just doing a single, or else we're going to double that to 54 if we're doubling it. So I'm going to use these greens today, and I believe I've doubled them. So here I've got my double greens, and I've just folded them in half, and I'm going to take my loops here and I'm going to tie a knot. Alright, and then I'm going to secure my loops in some way by either taping them to the table, and I'm just going to separate the three colors. Okay, and we're just going to take our three different colors and we're going to braid. So if you don't know how to, if you already know how to braid, just go right at it. If you don't, I'm going to teach you how. So to braid, you're just going to take the one from the outside and move it into the center. And then you're going to take the one from this outside and move it into the center. Then you're going to take this one from the outside and move it into the center. And you're just going to keep doing that, keeping your string as tight as you can. So here I'm just going to take this one and move it into the center. Take this one, move it into the center. Take this one, move it into the center. And you can see I'm starting to do a braid, and I'm just going to keep doing that. Alright, here we go again. I'm going to bring my hands up really close this time, and then I'm going to keep it really nice and tight. So the one from the outside comes in, one from the outside comes in, one from the outside comes in, and I'm just going to keep swapping which side comes in. And this is going to give me a really nice tight braid. Okay, when you feel like you've got it the length that you want, which I do, I'm going to tie it off. So here we're just going to take our braid that we've done and we're going to tie it in a knot. There we go. This is our braided bracelet. And again, to wear it, you're just going to take your knot and put it through your loops and tie this on. Not going to tie it super tight, but there we have it. There's our braided bracelet. Turned out nice. Okay, we've done our braided bracelet, we've done our twisted bracelet. Done both of those now. We're going to move on now to the spiral staircase bracelet, this one. Alright, to do that, I've got some really fun colors for us today. Move those aside. We're focusing on this one. I really love the rainbow look, but you certainly don't have to do rainbow. This one I did is more fall colors. This one I did has got some light and some dark colors in it, so it's totally up to you on your color choice. And as you can see, I used the twisted at the end just to make it look a little cleaner. You are welcome to braid it like I did on the last one as well. So totally up to you, your choice. All right, let's move these out of the way and get started. All right, I've got my threads here. I'm going to be doing double today just because I really want you to be able to see how I do this top part, but you can certainly do singles of all these colors. Let's see. Okay, so to start off, you could certainly tie a knot like we did with those other ones. Just take all of these threads and fold them over and do a knot like we did on the previous ones, and you could start your bracelet off like that. However, I'm going to show you a different way to do it, a little bit more cleaner. So I'm going to take one of my threads out of here, as I'm going to be using it to make this beginning loop. So I'll take this out. And we're going to stick it through here, like so, and we're going to grab our tails like so. And you can see what we've did there. In the center of these threads, we've tied this one on by looping it around our ends. Okay, so we're going to pull that tight. Now we're just going to continue with this type of knotting all the way down until we get the loop size we want. So I'm actually going to take this thread and pull it with these ones, and they're going to go up here out of our way. Now we're going to put them up there out of the way. I'm even going to tape them on so they don't move. Okay, and then we're going to be working on this half. So to do this fancy top, here's an example. This is what we're going to be doing right here. So we're going to be tying these knots all the way around so that it looks cleaner. Instead of leaving our loop open with all these threads, we're just basically hiding them inside these knots. So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay. So to do that, we're going to take our thread here, and we're going to make the letter number 4. So it's going to look like this. You see how this makes a nice 4 shape? Okay, and then this is going to go up through our loop here. You see how that is? And we're going to pull that tight. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, because if we continue to do this, it will spiral around like our bracelet is going to be. We don't want it to spiral around just yet, so we are going to reverse that. So our 4 is actually going to go this way this time. Let's get a nice 4 going here for you. Okay, and we're going to go up through. Like so. So now it looks like this. And we're going to pull that tight. And we're going to do that again. So 4 on this side. Sorry, that's not coming out very well. 4 on this side. So we've got our number 4 here. This is going to go through here. Like so. Okay, pull that tight. And then we're swapping. And now our 4 is going this direction. So this thread keeps changing. It's on top and then it's on bottom and then it's on top and then it's on bottom. So we're just changing the direction that our knot is, and it's going to give it this look here. You see that? Where it's on this side and then it's on this side and then it's on this side and then it's on this side. And we're just going to keep doing that, and it's just going to give it a nice clean look. And we're going to do that about 10 to 20 times, depending on your preference. So it's going to be quiet now. Zip right through this. And you can count how many bumps there are to know how many you've done. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm going to do 3 more. 18, 19, and 20. Okay, and that side is done. And now I'm going to flip it around here. So I'm just going to go like this and come down on the other side. Okay, now exact same thing. I'm going to do 20 on this side. So this string is starting off on top, so I'm going to make it go under. By doing the backward 4. And now I've got the knot going under, or the thread for my knot. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going. Now we're going to do it this direction. Okay, and we're all finished here. This is what it's going to look like when we're all done. And now you can see that we've just put all of our threads inside this knotted structure. Now to make it a loop, we're just going to fold it in half here and start the process of our bracelet. Now you could tie these two together to help bring them together, but I'm just going to let my bracelet start. So I've got 2 threads here. I'm going to drop one and just use this one for my bracelet. So I'm going to go around all of my threads. Here, let me just get this one started, and then I'll show you how to do it. Okay, let's do that again. All right, so now that you see that I've brought them together, so here, next one, we're doing the same exact 4 shape that we did for the top half. So this is our 4, so you can see it here, and then this goes up and under. Now to do the spiral bracelet, all you do is the same knot repeatedly over and over again. And that will get your spiral to go this direction, to go to the right. If you wanted your spiral to go to the left, then you would tie the backward 4 continually. Or swap if you want your spiral to go one direction for a time and then switch and go the other direction. I'm just going to keep going here for about, I don't know, I think we'll do 20 knots. So I've got 3. Okay, so you can see here I've done 10, and you can start to see the spiral is starting to turn. So I'm actually going to flip it over and continue doing that same knot with the 4 going the right way 10 more times. Okay, I've got 20 here. You can see the spiral starting from the top here, and it's working its way around to where I finished. Okay, now to switch color, all you're going to do is pick up your next color. So I'm going to pick up this purple right here, and to help your staircase stay in the same place, because if I just picked up this orange right here and started tying it, my spiral is going to start right here where the top of this orange is. So to get it to be where I want it to be over here, I'm actually going to take my thread, I'm actually taking the purple, and I'm bringing it over in front of the string. So let me pull that out so you can see that better. So this string is here. This is the one that I just finished. I'm going to take the one that I'm starting with and pull it so that it's right here. Okay, so I'm going to bring this one down, and I'm going to start my new color. And this is going to help my knot to start right here at the base of the spiral that just ended, so that it continues. Okay, so now we're going to do 20 of this color. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple different examples now that you know how to do it. The number of strings that you have determines the thickness of your bracelet. Okay, so for example, on this one, I actually only have a single 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 colors. So this is a 7-strand bracelet. This is the thickness of this. This one over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5-strand bracelet. You can see that it is thinner than this one. This also is a 5-strand. Okay, now I'm going to show you one that's thicker. This is a 4. Okay, here's a 4 strand. This one only has 4 colors, and it only has 4 strands, so it's thinner than all of these. This one now that I'm working on, as you can see, I've got many strands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. This is a 12-strand bracelet, and you can see how much thicker it is than the other ones. Now, you're welcome to do whatever colors you want. Switch the colors as often as you want. As you can see, this one here has a different pattern. These other ones were consistent. I did like 20 of each color consistently. This one, 10 of each consistently. This one, I threw in, you know, this one's only got 3 stitches. This one's got 5. This one's got 15. This one's only like 1. So it just has a different pattern to it. So you're welcome to try any pattern you would like, which is super fun. Super fun. And you can even switch. This one has the spirals going in a different direction. You can see here the spiral was going this way, and then I switched, and the spiral is now going this direction. So you switch your direction of your spirals. The thing with doing 2 strands of each color is that you can do something like this. So this one, I'm actually tying with 2 strings all the way down, and at first I'm doing it with 2 of the dark color, and then I swap it out and I switched it to 1 of the light color. So now I have a dark color and a light color that I'm doing together, and then I swapped, and now I'm just doing the light colors. And I continued this, and it kind of makes it a different pattern. It's a thicker bracelet because it's only got 4 colors, but there's 2 strings of each one, so it's a thicker bracelet. So I guess it just depends on what you're looking to do, but the spiral staircase is easy enough to make, and it's super fun. There's lots of different varieties and techniques and colors that you can do. You know, do a fall color, do random colors, do a pattern, switch your spirals from one direction to the other. Like have fun with it and make something awesome. And I'm gonna finish the bracelet so that you can see what it looks like. So let's do that. Okay, here it is. So here's our beginning loop that we did. And then I just worked through each of the colors and continued my spiral all the way down. And then at the end, I did the twist that we did on the first bracelet. And here I'm just going to cut my ends. And there we go. We have done it. Here is our completed bracelet. Tuck these in the loops so you can see it. Maybe I'll even put it on for you here and show it off. And there it is. Beautifully done.